Hello everyone, and welcome to another Baxter Student Ambassador Program webinar. Presenting for us today is Allison Licskai, one of our BSAP finalists from Fanshawe College. Now before we get started, I'd like to let all the attendees know that if you have any questions at all during this presentation, just type them into the Q&A box, which is found in your Zoom toolbar, and those questions will be answered after the presentation has wrapped up. Hi Allison, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. So since you are already sharing your screen with us, Allison, you can get started whenever you're ready.
All right. So the topic I was given was Flight Center Travel Group. I'm just trying to figure out the screen. Okay. I find this really fitting because I've previously considered working for Flight Center, and I still am post-graduation. I truly enjoyed getting to thoroughly research about the brand and what they're all about. So an overview of the company, Flight Center Travel Group is one of the largest travel groups in the world with more than 20,000 employees worldwide in over 40 companies. Flight Center is in 4 major regions. Those regions include Australia and New Zealand, the Americas, which include Canada, USA, and Mexico, EMEA, which would be Europe, Middle East, and Africa, which includes United Kingdom, South Africa, Ireland, Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Finland, and then the UAE. They're also in Asia, which includes Greater China, India, Singapore, and Malaysia. The Flight Center owns many brands. I've just touched on a few of them here. So they own Independent by Flight Center, 99 Bikes, CI Events, Travel Smart, Travel Money Oz, GoGo Vacations, Liberty Travel, Explore Holidays, Top Deck, and Stage and Screen. They truly have something for everybody. Everyone from spring breakers, 18 to 35, which would be Top Deck, all the way to celebrities, which Stage and Screen mainly does that. They would take Broadway, they would have all of the performers, they can book their travel in bulk like that. So Independent by Flight Center. Independent by Flight Center is home-based travel advisors. Independent by Flight Center is targeted to experienced travel advisors who have a previous client base. You have the opportunity to be handed the resources of a Flight Center travel advisor with the convenience of being home-based. When you work for being a home-based travel advisor, you don't get commission, or you don't get a salary, you get commission. They usually offer around 70 to 90%, depending on the retailer. Although targeted towards experienced advisors, Independent by Flight Center has recently launched a fully bookable website, which caters to advisors who may not be familiar with GDS systems, such as Apollo or Sabre. The fully bookable website allows agents to adapt to the travel consultant role by not scaring you away with all of the coding that comes with GDS systems. Flight Center's vision statement is the Flight Center Travel Group is responsible for corporate citizens and will have a no net impact on the climate from their own operations and will continue to assist its customers to minimize their carbon footprint. So Flight Center is really all about their sustainable travel. They have 3 main initiatives that they like to take. Carbon offsetting progress is the first one, the future of travel brochures, and finally, reducing paper waste via apps and functionality. For carbon offsetting progress, Flight Center has stated that they are now offsetting all CO2 produced from their stores, electricity and gas usage, plus travel events and conferences in the United Kingdom. They plan on expanding this tactic everywhere they are located. They have also started to invest in wind farms in India, which would increase renewable energy and employment opportunities for communities in rural India greatly. Another thing that they are investing into in the fight to offset carbon emissions is for greater carbon management options for their operations in Australia, which is where their head office is located. The future of their travel brochures. For planning, travel brochures remain a key tool for many of their customers. So to facilitate a more sustainable approach, Flight Center is focusing on offering more sustainable options for this popular resource. Flight Center has significantly reduced the number of printed brochures. They encourage their customers to access e-brochures in-store or at home on their devices as part of a sales process. They also ensure that all leftover stock is being properly sent to the recycling plant. Reducing paper waste via apps and functionality. Flight Center offers quotes and itineraries via email whenever possible. The Flight Center Travel Group leisure brands now offer the trip itinerary management app to customers. Apps greatly reduce the current practice of printing hard copies of the itinerary for customers, making it an environmentally friendly alternative. In the near future, Trips will also provide customers with access to their quotes, which will further help Flight Center to reduce the current printed copies customers receive when they walk in and out of Flight Center stores. So this is just a view of what the app would look like. So down in this little red square that's a little bit lit up, you would click that and then you would enter in your confirmation number and it would pull up your itinerary, so you wouldn't have to have a printed copy, you'd have it with you all the time. So why work for Flight Center? There are many reasons why you should, and I'm just touching on the 4 that are most important to me as Flight Center as a brand. They highly recommend that agents take familiarization trips to help you learn destinations. Fan trips help you sell. It's proven that destinations are easier to sell for agents if they can have a personal testament to go to the area and why it's so good. They want you to succeed both personally and professionally. They have in-house financial experts, physical and mental health initiatives, such as access to advice, nutritional overhauls, and guided meditation classes if needed. Their BDMs are extremely engaging. 2 BDMs that I have personally met would be Remy Niza, she's the BDM for Southern Ontario, and then Heather Baker is the Director of Acquisitions and Social Media for Southern Ontario. They have taken the time to come talk to the Fanshawe students about Flight Center. In first year, they introduced us to the company, showed us what they have to offer, and encouraged our class to consider our options post-graduation. Most recently, they came in for a follow-up with my graduating class in regards to what positions we could potentially have within Flight Center, as well as how to apply and how you can advance your growth within the company. And finally, Flight Center is ranked among Canada's best employers, as well as winning multiple employment awards. The awards they have won were multiple corporate culture distinction awards year after year. In 2017, they were made the Globe and Mail's annual report and many other respected sources' best employers list. So Flight Center has a goal, and their goal, they call it Destination 2035. By 2035, the Flight Center Travel Group is driven to become the world's largest and most successful corporate travel company with operations in more than 50 countries and 80,000 employees across the globe. As well, in the year 2035, the Flight Center Travel Group will be delivering incredible results across a range of sectors, from travel, bikes, fitness, education, all the way to foreign exchange and finance. No other company has had the physical or philosophical capability to replicate this strategy, which is why Flight Center is so determined to succeed at this. Flight Center Travel Group will continue to grow and become the world's most exciting and profitable travel retailer, delivering amazing experiences to all of their people, partners, and customers around the world. That concludes my presentation. I'm open to answer any questions as much as I can.
Thank you very much, Allison.
Thank you.
If anyone has any questions they would like to submit, you can submit those to either the Q&A box or the chat box. And if anyone here in the room with me has a question, I will put them on the line. Yeah.
Hi, Allison. This is Emily. I work with Dan. We were wondering why you want to be a travel agent. We thought it was really exciting that you wanted to work for Flight Center, but why do you want to be a travel agent?
So I've always grown up around travel agents. My mom is actually a travel agent. She took the same course that I'm taking 30 years ago. So I've always grown up around that. Yeah, so I've definitely seen the perks that she's had, and I've seen like the interactions that she's made, and she's made a lot of friends that were clients at one point. And it's just like walking down the street, you meet people that like somehow they know me because my mom was their travel agent, and I think it's just awesome.
Oh, that's so nice. Does she work for Flight Center, or does she work for?
No, she works for Vision Travel right now.
Oh, great. Well, that's great. That's interesting. You get like different sides of the industry.
Yeah, I get all over.
Yeah, that's great. Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hi, Allison. My name is Ian Stalker. I work with Dan. What
Hi.
do you think Flight Center's growth prospects are in this country? Do you think they're better than average or below average, or will they match its international growth?
I think that they will be able to match the international growth just because Canada is so widespread. A lot of people only focus on Ontario, and I think that they'll be able to grow it all the way to Quebec, Saskatchewan, all that. I feel like that they will have a really big impact on other provinces, not just Ontario.
Great. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Allison. And Julie says, well done, Allie.
Thank you, Julie.
Okay, I do believe that's it for the questions for today, but I'd like to thank everyone that tuned in the webinar today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day. And Allison, thank you so much for presenting for us.
Thank you, Dan.
On behalf of Baxter Media, I'd like to thank you for participating in the 2020 Baxter Student Ambassador Program. We'll be in touch.
Bye.
Bye. Take care, everyone.